Oh, wow. Just getting my running exercises in there.
That was wild, Dave.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yep. Today we're going to be talking about running, the couch that we're on, and the 5K that we're going to be running in a little while. We have Jen Noble with us in the studio. The podcast is going to start any minute now, and we're going to find out what we can do to help each other become more healthy and get moving. So let's start the show. Welcome to TMI, a podcast from Henry Ford Allegiance Health. Here we are in the studio again. Andrew, welcome to the show.
Hi, Dave.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm feeling good, feeling energized.
That's because we had a health walk yesterday. We haven't today, but look at outside. It's so beautiful. We're going to get out there.
Yep.
We're going to conquer this city.
Yeah, about 12:45.
One step at a time.
Yeah.
And it's a good way to get some exercise, reset your mind, reset your energy level, all that fun stuff. And we've been doing that for a couple months around. We get people in the office here going out for a little health walk around downtown. It's kind of fun, but you know, sometimes it's just not enough. We've wanted to kick it up a notch.
Right. Yeah, that 20-minute health walk in the middle of the day, although it kind of resets your mind, doesn't really do a ton in terms of the exercise and just growth in terms of getting fit and all that.
Right. I mean, there are definitely health benefits, but it's not that drastic.
We need more.
We need more. So we have come up with a little plan. So every year at Henry Ford, we do a race to health.
Yeah, in September, right?
Yep, in September. It's a kind of 5K run, walk, and then there's like a kids run and a bunch of community events.
It's fun.
It's really fun. But, you know, not everyone can run a 5K or walk a 5K right from the beginning.
Yeah.
So this year we're trying to do something a little different. We're adding another element to it. We're adding what people often refer to as a couch to 5K. We're calling it the 5K challenge.
Yeah.
And it's a little opportunity to kind of train and get ready for running a 5K.
Right.
And you're doing it.
I am doing it.
I'm doing it as well.
Yeah.
You're running. I'm walking. I might run, though. I don't know.
Hey.
We'll see how the knees
You never know. Right. Come August, you might be in the mood for switching to the run.
But we are not really the most prolific runners, are we?
I've never been known as a runner.
Yeah.
I mean, I can run if something is chasing me.
Right. Yeah,
or across the street.
But
no, not really a runner.
Yep. I fall often when I run. So, with that in mind, we brought in an expert to talk about running.
Yep.
Jen Noble, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks. Good morning. And
you are a wonderful member of our health system here. You work with a bunch of different programs out there. What kind of things do you cover in your everyday duties here at the hospital?
Well, I am the supervisor for health management in our Department of Prevention and Community Health. So I work with our health coaches who work with our It's Your Life program and our Reward Your Health program, plus outpatient nutrition counseling, diabetes education, and our tobacco treatment program.
Very cool.
Yes.
That's a lot of things to cover.
It is. It's great, though.
Yeah. And I heard that you like to run.
I do. I am a runner.
What kind of running do you do?
Well, all kinds, I guess. I think I've been running regularly for about 8 years. And I've run 5Ks, 10Ks, 5-milers, a couple half marathons.
Wow.
Awesome.
So
that's a lot of running.
Right.
It is.
Cool. So we wanted to have you on the show today to kind of help us understand the health benefits of running and how even something as simple as a couch to 5K can really kickstart that health cycle or just the health benefits that you get from running.
Great.
So why is running so important, or what does it do for you?
Well, it does a lot of what any regular exercise would do for you, right? So it can help lower your blood pressure, lower your cholesterol. It can help you manage your weight. And we know that really good weight management can help prevent a whole lot of chronic conditions, things like type 2 diabetes. It can make you happier, help you stabilize your emotional health and your mental health. Running also improves your flexibility, your endurance, your cardiovascular. It can help your joints,
That's
believe
good.
it or not. Yeah.
So that's one thing that was concerning me because I've always had kind of knees that are not that great. Is that something to be concerned about when you're starting to run?
When you're starting to run, you should always, or I guess not when you're starting, but in general, always pay attention to your body. So if you're having pain, then maybe you should not run. If you have a current diagnosis or a current problem that you know about, you should talk to your doctor before you start running. But in general, there are actually lots of studies out there that say running will not ruin your knees. So family members sometimes like to tell you that, but it's actually not the truth.
Sounds kind of like a crutch or an excuse maybe some people make.
Yeah. So when you're getting into running, a lot of people talk about this Couch to 5K program, or we're calling it the 5K challenge. What kind of benefits, or is that a healthy way to start running, or what kind of running program is that?
I think it's a great way to start running. You can use that program if you've never run or never walked any amount of any distance. You can also use it if you've been away from running for a while and you're just trying to figure out how to get back into it. I think it's cool because it's a very prescriptive program that lays out exactly what you're supposed to do. Sometimes people don't start a running program because they don't know where to start.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So.
Right. It's sort of like that, you know, when you start at the gym and you just kind of find yourself wandering around the fitness room because you're not really sure what you can do, what you want to do. So you just stick to like the 3 things you know how to do. And you don't really test yourself. So to have something laid out for you, it's easier it's more approachable.
Yes.
Yeah. And we have kind of adapted the Couch to 5K program to make it kind of our own. We're calling it the 5K challenge. We've increased the schedule, the interval schedule here from usually it's about 8 weeks. We increased it to 10. You said you've heard some programs even go up to 12.
Yes. Yeah.
So this one's kind of in the middle there. And you can find this running guide and walking program on our Facebook group. We have started a Facebook group to kind of motivate and support everyone who's involved in this 5K challenge.
Yeah.
And I think you can find more information online. This might be online. What is the website for the challenge?
If you go to henryford.com/5K challenge, it's going to have all types of information, dates, links, a place to register for the race, a link to this Facebook group, which is really an important piece of this entire plan.
Yeah, because we're going to be doing live events on Facebook, training sessions, bringing in speakers and guests and doctors and like all sorts of people to talk on different topics. So
right, yeah,
it's a great opportunity to not only get motivated but learn and really do your best.
Right, I think we've packed a lot into this and easily consumable bits of information and education and a lot of fun too.
Yeah. But this interval schedule should be on there. I thought it's interesting. I didn't realize it's like every other day almost.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh,
I think that's kind of the important thing when you're trying to make a change in your life.
Starting out with 6 minutes of walking.
We can do that.
1 minute walk, 1 minute run, and then you bump it up the next week.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's even strength training. Is that right? Wow. I'm going to be strong. Walking looks a little bit easier, but running is a real challenge.
Well, you know, for some people, I think that even the walking seems overwhelming, you know, for people that have kind of, you know, gotten busy in life or things have just changed over the years. I think even that, it's not so much the activity, but it's the time you have to devote to something to get back into it. And I think that's where this plan really eases you in. And I think that's the strength of this plan. Yeah,
and to me, it's almost not even like that you are just doing a 5K. It is the whole process and being able to do it on a consistent basis, like finding your rhythm, getting into a repetitive thing where you're continually exercising and really just changing your activity level.
Right. So you mentioned you did some half marathons. Is that something where you trained with someone else or were you solo or?
I didn't train with anyone else. I
Okay.
do most of my training by myself.
Okay.
When you're talking about the Facebook group, I think the Facebook group is a really, really great resource because you can, if you're not running with somebody or walking with somebody, you can at least connect with people online and you can ask questions, you can get support. I belong to a couple of running groups on Facebook, and that's kind of where I get, I ask questions sometimes, or people cheer for each other and say, hey, good job. So, but yeah, I do most of my training by myself.
Okay. And that's just, you prefer it that way.
Yeah, and I don't have a lot of running friends that live locally.
Right. Well,
believe it or not.
Hey,
so I'm ready to make some.
There might be some more on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just opened the group up last week, and we almost have 100 people already.
Right. That's
signed
awesome.
up and
incredible.
interested. So
Yeah, I think that says a lot to, how people's minds are come spring. You're just feeling more energized and you want to maybe make a difference, this summer.
Yeah. This is a great opportunity for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about running, or kind of changes you see in your mindset once you start running?
Sure. Well, runners love to talk about running.
Yeah.
Sure.
In case you didn't know that, they do. They can talk about anything. But I think one of the coolest things, and you kind of mentioned it before about running, is that when you start a training plan that leads up to an event, at first I think you think the event is like the thing.
Right.
Right.
Doing the race is the thing. But it turns out it's really the training that's the thing.
The journey.
It is. It's the journey that teaches you about yourself, about your commitment. It's where you can see yourself grow. Sometimes you just have bad training days and they're kind of awful. And you think, why am I doing this? But you finish it. And sometimes I'll come in from my run and my husband will say, well, how's your run? And if it was a bad one, I'll say, oh, it's terrible. But, it's done and I did it and I'm going to check it off my little training calendar and I'm going to move on to the next one. Yep. And on the day of the race, it turns out the race is just kind of like another training day. Mm-hmm. So.
Except you get to wear a cool little number.
Absolutely. Yeah. You might have a new shirt or, something like that.
Oh, and the bananas after the race that you eat.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And the bagel. Right.
Oh, the bagel.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
I need coffee after the race.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I prefer the beer runs so that there's a beer waiting for you at the end.
Wow.
Those are good ones too.
Maybe not this time.
I don't think we'll have beer at this one. No.
Probably not. We'll have to plan our own.
Yes.
So also one of the things that I like about how we're doing this group and this whole plan is once the race is done, it's not necessarily the end of the group. We're going to keep the group open for a while and support people and kind of give them more educational materials to extend their healthy lifestyle beyond just the final day there. So give them resources and motivation and keep it going. Keep people in the loop.
Yeah. And that's the thing with groups like this, it really is the people in the group that make it happen. Mm-hmm. We can set it up and provide lots of educational opportunities and, just events, but it's that community and kind of the spirit of the group that's really going to make it thrive. And that's why we're excited to see that, there's already 85, 90 people in it.
Right. Yep. And we're doing other things where we're actually giving away prizes for people who participate. But even though, I don't know, for me, the prize is just becoming more healthy, and it's a personal goal. So it's nice that we have some prizes, but really, if I'm more healthy at the end of this, I think that's the ultimate prize.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm pretty sure you will be.
I hope so. So if you know anyone who is interested in running a 5K or just becoming more healthy or walking a 5K, just increasing their activity level, let them know about the group, invite them, or just get the word out there. If you want more of these podcasts, we also have that online, henryford.com/podcast.
That's right.
And you can find all the information on our website and our Facebook group, and anywhere that you find podcasts, we'll be out there. So thanks for being on the show, Jen.
Thanks for having me.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to start training. This is going to be so cool.
I agree.
All right. We'll see you guys later.